was walking, arrived home around half hour ago, and that was interest because the biggest surprise was my hands. My fingers usually small, but now all my fingers become too thick, and never happened before. My foot usually get bolder because the diabetes side effect, but first time as my fingers too. Wondering when will normalize again, and can see 2 point, which I don't know, maybe the warm hot time effect. This also new things, and now I walked, as can see the widths made some too small beads, and went only just a t-shirt and short pants, but now wasn't in the heavy shoes. I used the small light inside shoe, which I bought when went to the city to learning course, and that's inside type shoes because too soft the bottom part, and get a hole very fast when I just walked in the roads and sidewalks. Yes, long time ago some insider fitness shoes which material gum, light gum type, that can really fast purge in the asphalt or concrete grounds, and hopefully this will normalizing fast. At the bottom started become smaller, and the weather is almost good. Saw some tourists, motorcycles, and many cars too, and wondering where they go, and bikers, motorbikers, wondering how they can feel comfortable when the weather is relative hot, and they using all the protective and traveling setup. I mean jacket, leather jacket, and the pants, and helmet of course, and that's type traveling setup is too hot, and today cloudy, but lot of times get the sun shine, and I think my forehead and back get the sunburn again, but I wanted to do a fast course, because 1 week ago I did, and that was about 3.5 hours. Okay, I did a lot of photos and walked slower. Now I tried go on my maximum capacity, and the travel time there and back was 2 hours now, and this better, but the normal travel time about 80 minutes. Yeah, 80-90 minutes this distance. And tried made some video, but the Il Optimus really will, and its battery died too fast, and surprisingly now not the battery was the weak point. Now the weak point is the memory card. Just stopped recording when wasn't enough space, and really just one little more 2-4 minutes video I made. I hopefully enough good, can visible the what I try to targeting, and this hard because this Optimus really old, and I don't know, first, second generation TN LCD. Screen it have, and when go out for just a normal lighting place, it's almost nothing can visible on the its screen, and most of the times blind shooting did across all the time outside, except early spring and fall. Then the light effects optimal for it. And today, as I said, cloudy weather, so, but that was too much too. I'm surprised when find some flat bird. Flat mean they met some vehicle and they flattened to the ground. 2-3 bird, and maybe one other type life form was flattened. 1 week earlier wasn't, and hopefully will less in the future. And that's road the vehicles, most of them, I think about all traffic, locals and tourists going too slow, really, because the road is in perfect condition. Most of the cars go in walking speed when reach the interest points, and yeah, and have many hole in the that's distance. And we'll do some gameplay too. The most feared part from the ETS config test series will do today. DirectX 11, I don't know, can in 32 bits, 64 yes can, and Caio did it. He said the 64 bits and DirectX 11 was great for him, but he has new strong hardware, and this old buggy laptop is a different story. And the OpenGL maybe be a good solution, but not full solution, because maybe continuously or better quality, but the Xen-G have some trouble, and textures and layers collapsing or overlapping each others. And when I noticed in the monitoring system, then I tried to correct it, but really interest as can see the behind the monitor width. I'm using the real 7-inch tablet to see what is the end streaming look like about, but that's not perfect, because the YouTube basic delay about half minute, and really funny when did the first test, and was on the GPS voice, and critical and louder talk of the GPS I heard from the tablet when I went far from that point. This is it now. Hopefully the width was good enough, can visible everything, and later planning some gameplay video and other stuff, but don't know how the laptop will handle it, because the weather is relative good for me, but when start 3D program, the laptop temperature jump up to almost suddenly 70 and 90 Celsius, and when was the rainy times, then was a little better, around 70 and 80 was the on the longer times condition, but really fast can jump to 90 Celsius, 95 Celsius, and I don't know showed before, but a quick showing as this little laptop here, and the anime storage there, and I removed the backplate and help a little, but not too much for cooling it. Old type and the newer laptops has a better cooling system, or a better service parts, because I don't remember, and really want testing how fast it reached the high temperature, and I can bet it will higher than without the plate. And the biggest problem is the hot parts in the left side of the laptop, because there is the cooling system, the vent and the heat sink and the heat tube, and that part grew up the temperature of the full left side of the laptop, including the USB ports and the webcam. Connecting that part only have 4 USB, one using the storage part, one the camera, camera or the storage, that's changing. The first USB port for the keyboard, other the camera or the webcam or the HDD, and the other 2 USB port, one for the mouse and one is the fast changing things. Normally for the Optimus or the tablet get the energy across it, because both of have a small battery, and the Optimus charge up faster but losing power faster, and because the tablet also need continuously power from the laptop. Maybe can power up the tablet from its charger. I don't remember how much on the cable. Yes, but using the laptop, the overall power consumption really smaller than if using the different power supply dedicated for the tablet. But maybe we'll use that because sometimes when the laptop's temperature, the VG and the motherboard critical parts jump up, the connectivity, the sign transfer will interest, and really hot the USB jacks to hooks. Never mind. I'm a little tired because today is Saturday, and the social dinner was 3 days ago. Now unannounced and breaking in the diner, and that was 3 days ago. I went 2 times checking have diner or not. Now time's up, and about almost 10 minutes ago the normal starting time to go there, but almost 100% today also we're missing the the diner, and these fasting or I don't know the best word for it. One minute. Tessel. Fast or Tessel. Not really good in the summertime. One a little better than the winter because my body temperature lower than the average. Not make norm amount thermo my body system, and this is one of the side effects because the diabetes making this I don't know the English words for it, and maybe the Google Translate also don't know, because I don't know, maybe the Google Translate solution for this word is minimal water retention.
Minimal water retention.
Yes, and I don't know, this is the sickness or other geographic terms, but this is the one only, and hopefully we're better. And next week I must go to the job center, and as you know, that's be a long picnic time, because backward no bus, no traveling system, because in the sides of the country the traveling not too good, and that's will interest story. And I don't know which shoes I will use, because today was a test for it, because if I going in my heavy shoes it's a little better, because thicker its bottom, and can't feel the bad ground, but it's heavier, and as can see need more power to lift it, and not really have that power yet, and hope the weather will better. Max that's heat as today, and will no rain, because I get wet when some years ago at fall. I came home and the rain, heavy rain started, not heavy rain, a strong storm was with heavy water amount, and I get wetting around 1.5 hours, and without heating at home it was a really nice experience. But the job center doesn't care about it. You not get any help from them, or total minimal, and they say when you must go there, and if you can't because bad weather, you have no mass travel system available, they don't care. You go as you know. If you can't reach the time limit, you will remove from the system, and when they remove you, you can re-register again, but there will be a 1 month restriction about to go any learning course, or maybe 1 month restriction you can get any job if the center contain any normal things or things you can do. You can't get it because you in the restriction part of the system, and yeah, that sucks. Thanks for watching, and see you later in the gameplays. And as usually, webcam will not including in the gameplay. In the truck simulator can use, but in a good place, because the upper side of the screen is not used by the game, as the sunriser and truck parts visible, but I save you all from my heroic face and my beautiful voice also. Cheers.